Welcome to the Biblically Discerning Podcast, where we seek to have intentional and thoughtful conversations about theology and life. We want to walk in truth and grace the way that God designed us to live. So with that said, let's get into this week's podcast. Well,
And
welcome
I dropped
back.
my pick. And guess where it fell?
in the hole.
Yes, it did. I'm literally just sitting here.
That's amazing. Anyway, who says that? Who have you heard say that?
I don't know, just like random
People.
Facebook people.
That's fair.
I
I
don't know,
wrestled
just
with
like-
that.
So what he was saying was, or what I was saying, people that say like you should only listen to Christian music, or you should, like any other music is of the devil, or like something like that. But
Yeah.
And thinking about this, God gave musicians and artists, he's blessed them with the talent that they've been given to make music, make art, and I don't see how it's wrong to make a song about love, for instance, which is something that is given from God, or make a song, just anything like that, about your own trials and
man.
hardships. So
I wish Leia was here.
Would you go off on me?
No. He would agree 100%. She hates how mainstream Christian music sounds and how like every Christian song sounds the same.
Oh, I think there's definitely a formula in like a Christian style of playing.
Yeah, and I think there's a purpose to it, and it makes sense. Like if I were to
Like congregational, is that your?
like it makes sense. It makes it easy to sing.
Songs that are like usually very generic.
Yeah, they're. I think they're all made in order to either give you positive encouragement, but also to easily sing along to.
Yeah, oh, they are. I'm in a songwriting class that I was telling you, and
Oh yeah.
there's different types of songs he was talking about. There's songs made for yourself and songs made for others. And so he's gonna the teachers, the person who's running the class, he's a really big songwriter, I think. I mean, he says he is.
Yeah.
And I know he is. He's been doing it for like 12 years. But
Okay.
what's it called? He said a lot of songs, they're written, especially in the Christian atmosphere, they're written for the congregation. So they're in keys that
Yeah.
sing. The range of the song doesn't change octaves very much.
Yep.
The same kind of melody tone throughout the whole thing. And it's catchy. Of course, songs want to be catchy, but
Yeah.
There's like a formula he talks about that a lot of mainstream artists use to make these songs. And so I just
for sure
thought that was interesting. And it's not like it's they're all in on it, Zach. It's true. There is something behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know there's like tons of videos about like taking down different bands because of like the stuff that they do or promote or whatnot, but that's one of them that there's some good like just mainstream Christian songs, but we actually, one of our first arguments, Leia and I, being married, was about this. It was before we went to Frisbee. We ended up not going.
Pro?
Huh?
Were you anti-music or pro-music?
I was pro, like, why does it have to be creative? Like, all this, like, stuff. I forget exactly the argument. But I agree with her now. I still listen to Christian music, but I definitely hear what she was saying in listening to them and how they're just not creative. It's the same thing. A lot of times, same words, same chords, same sound. And there's few that aren't, like Zion and Babylon by like John something, Gabriel or something like that. That one's a really good one.
There's a good song called Voice That Stills the Raging Sea.
I've not heard that one.
I like it. My sister sent it to me. I need to.
Okay. You send it to me.
By Rivers and Robots.
I have not heard of them either. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll share it for
Yeah, I've also liked Psalm 63 by Jeremy Riddle.
I think I have listened to it. I think 2 or 3 times. I don't remember how it goes.
Yeah,
I saved it.
but her main argument was, we have an amazingly creative God who created the entire universe and everything in it, every atom, and just everything we can't comprehend. Why does Christian music have to be in this one little box? Why isn't it this massive, creative, beautiful thing?
That's just because that's just what's been it's kind of like made its own little like, pocket, you know. Another artist, Jervis Campbell, I like him a lot.
Oh yeah.
I think it's different than a lot of it's personal stuff. I think about him, and
yeah,
you know, like
Jason,
what's up, Jason? Phil Wickham. He made a song. So like, you know, he's a huge Christian artist. He made a song, a love song to his wife. And everyone was a lot of people were hating on him. Like, why would you not write a song about God? And like it was crazy how many people were just like you should stick to Christian music. You know, like, really?
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense, because like loving your wife is one thing you do as
it's a direct
as
parallel.
A person, but also like, you know,
it's a direct parallel.
There's art in that.
Yeah. I also like Need to Breathe, of course.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, they just do. I think they do really well. I haven't listened to their new stuff. Some of their new stuff. I'm not a huge fan. I think of their new album, Cages, or something like that. I haven't listened to all of it, but like they always have like a Christian undertone, or they have blatantly Christian songs, and it's just really good. I find when artists do that.
This conversation also gets you into when you're actually attending a church, what kind of music is played there, because sometimes a big production there's a big production, sometimes it's very simple, sometimes it's choral, sometimes, you know, depending on what church you're at, and there's a lot of people
who be dynamic.
There's people who, I'm generalizing, but a lot of people who go to like high churches, they're like, oh, it's so irreverent, or, you know, that kind of music is not like, that doesn't belong in a house of God, the music you're playing. And it's a little strange because hello.
Hey.
Hello.
You've joined us in the middle of
a recording.
For a podcast.
Yeah, we're just talking about worship music right now.
I just want to say, imagine complaining about people complaining.
Yeah, that is true. It's toxic, isn't it?
Pretty feminine.
Huh?
So that's a pretty feminine thing to do.
Justin, you got some echo there.
Yeah, you do.
Because John was complaining about people that were complaining about the song, that some dude made a song that wasn't Christian.
Well, it's just
Christian
like
music. Like, why should I listen to the voice of people who whose room is not clean?
I always listen to the voices.
Gosh.
Oh no, it's been derailed.
It's been derailed. And what do you want? You want to do the plane analogy again?
I think we're good with that.
Oh yeah, I know.
I've heard it once. It was very shaky the first time, so. I don't know if you remember.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's
You're gonna have to nail it down, and we'll in every 10 episodes put it out.
Yeah, I just need like pre-record it or something, then just throw it in. I don't know. Anyway, you're saying about worship music and what you've been learning, and what I guess you don't want to be limited in your artist.
Yeah, it's definitely writing music is not always easy.
No.
I'm sure, as you know, because you know, starting off writing music is difficult, and even for people who write music all the time, it can be difficult.
Yeah, that's why they hire people to do it for them.
They do hire people to do it. That's not as fun.
No, unless you just like performing. Then I guess
that's
sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think, that's all my thoughts really for now.
It got derailed and
this coming.
Yeah. I wish there was more creativity, and it's also really cool to find the songs that are like. I'll send songs to Leia. It was pretty funny. I'll be honest. So I played one song for her. She's like, "Whoa, what's this? Send it to me. I want to add this." And I was like, "Oh yes, I found one that she likes and finds creative." And then later on that day, I was like, "Oh, I bet I could do it again." And I was thinking to myself, and so I played another one. And like, "So what do you think about this one?" She's like, "No, I'm sorry. You usually only get one. You can't get two. Usually after the first one, the second one never happens." I'm like, dang it. I still enjoy it, but like Lamb of God by David Funk, the acoustic version, was the one that she's like, "Nah, that's not. It's still just a very Christian."
Heard it.
I really like it. I think it's still a good song. She still
There-
really liked it.
There's
It's
some
just
generic
not.
Christian songs I like the one I Sent You by Passion and Cody Carnes. I like that
Oh
one a
yeah,
lot right now.
He Who Is to Come.
He Is to Come.
Yeah. I have that one. I also like Glorious, Cageless Birds. I find that one to be really well done. I wish they would do stuff like that at churches though, and not just do the mainstream.
I did Glorious.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think that also. What do you think that does though? Like for mainstream, if you want to say mainstream, or like typical congregants.
What do you think it does in
Like if you're
thing?
not to do a traditional, not I guess I can't say traditional, but mainstream
It's
worship
hard for
song
people
on
to
a
follow
Sunday.
along. That's one thing. It
Yeah.
can be hard for people to follow along. Unless that's
Especially
just a
with
song you
so
play all the
high.
time.
Yeah.
But like everyone knows Reckless Love, for instance, and so everyone knows how to sing that one. But yeah, that's just how songs work. There's songs everyone knows, songs everyone doesn't know.
Yeah. I think I've seen something done really well. I think I really like it. I think Steven did this. He would, if he was introducing a new song, I think he did this, or I saw someone else. I don't know. But the way they would do it was do the chorus first, teach the congregation the chorus, so that when the chorus actually came in the song, they would know how to sing along and worship.
You mean like
And the verses they would catch on.
You mean they just play the chorus first, or they'd actually be like, "This is how
No,
you
he
sing
taught
it,
them. He taught them. Like they would sing it first, and they were like, "All right, this is how it goes." Da 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 da. And then they would do it together, and then they'd get into the song
That's interesting.
after they learned it. That's how we introduce new songs. That way, it's not completely new. Even though when like most of the songs at the new church I've been going to, I don't know them, but I can catch on pretty much after the first verse. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is how it goes." Okay, cool. Because they're just the same, which I guess is the helpful thing about having mainstream worship.
Yeah, that is definitely a factor. I'm gonna crash the helicopter, Zach. I'm tired.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll
just like throw this out as like a bonus or something.
behind the scenes.
Sure, just like a little bonus, a little tidbit, midweek tidbit.
Any final words? Say something.
I guess. Oh yeah, Jason, did you want to talk about anything? You had mentioned something.
I mean, there's nothing in specific I had in mind.
Okay.
Bye.